Hello adventure riders from around the world. Just a few days ago someone asked me in the channel, is it possible to make the same trip as mine to Mongolia without knowing the Russian language? So in this video we're gonna discuss two questions. How important are the languages and can we travel without it? Stay with me. Welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pavlin and I am a motorcycle traveler. In this channel I usually upload anything related to long motorcycle trips, so you might consider subscribing. Anyway, let's go back to the topic. Is it possible to travel with motorcycle without knowing any language? No, absolutely not. I'm sorry guys, but this is the situation. This is the truth actually. But before you turn off the video, very angry and disappointed, let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a person who don't speak any language? It doesn't really matter where you come from, what is your financial or marital status, how clever or stupid you are, you will know at least one language, your own language, and that is more than enough to start. Nowadays you can find tons of information without even know how to read. Take for example YouTube. So many videos are uploaded every day, hundreds of thousands of hours. I'm sure you will find some videos on your language or someone explain you how to travel with motorcycle, for example. And let's say I assume that because it's your own language you'll be able to read. And then it's so simple. Find a books on your language. There will be so many, 1, 2, 3, 5 or 10, and just read it. And you will know how to do it. In any library you'll be able to find all the information you need. If you cannot, which I really doubt, you can use one very famous tool, name is Google. If you don't know how to use Google, alright, you got it, yeah? And now you might stop me and say, Pavlin, hold on a second, it is easy for you, you speak English, German, Russian, Bulgarian, when you travel all of this helps. But how all of this information, the one we have to learn before the trip, will help us during the trip? And it is so simple guys, because I said it many times, the preparation is the key of success. Everything you do before the trip will help you during the trip. For example, all the information you already learned about specific country, region or point will help you once you get there. You will have basic idea what it is, what religion, what is the infrastructure, what kind of roads they've got, rivers, connection, what is the people behavior, what are the main cities and everything. And actually 90% of the questions will be eliminated by just learning as more as possible about the area you're going to visit. Which is mean that in 90% of the time you don't need to stop and ask because you already have the information, which is immediately eliminate the need of language in 90% of the times. Now I hope you get it. It is obvious that if you know more languages it's going to be much easier and better, but it doesn't mean that you can't make it if you don't know it. So for example, when we went to our trip to Mongolia, we were fine in Russia because we speak Russian, we were fine in Europe because we speak many other languages, but once we get to Mongolia, we face only Mongolian languages. Only a few very old people were speaking a little bit very broken Russian, so we have to rely only on our improvisations and Google Translator and everything we know already about the country. Sooner or later you will come to the moment when people cannot understand you. Even simple words like hotel, bed or food, they cannot get it because it's so different from their language. It happens with me in Mongolia and happens with me in few more countries around the world. So then, as I said earlier, the improvisation come and play a big role in your days. So you have to improvise, you have to draw and shake hands like I need to sleep, I need food, or use Google Translator and improvise any possible ways just to get through. That's why I'm saying it's absolutely possible, but it will be always better if you know a few languages. As I said already, this will be a very good starting point. So the short answer of the question, is it possible to travel without any languages, is yes. It is absolutely possible. So what you'll do after that, once you start traveling, will limit or extend your possibilities. If you are lucky enough to be born in some of these countries like the USA, UK, Australia or New Zealand, you'll be able to speak, read and write the international language, which is a big plus because you will eliminate 90% of the problems. But if you're not, you have to learn it. There's no shortcut guys, you have to spend some time and learn it, not perfectly, but at least the basics. Take an example and courage from me. I'm coming from Bulgaria and my own language is Bulgarian. Most of the people have no idea where Bulgaria is. If I speak on my language, it will be absolutely impossible to understand it. Не е лесно да научиш чужд език, но със сигурност няма да съжаляваш. Hard, isn't it? It was exactly the same for me when I have heard your language for the first time. So with my broken English, I was able to travel around the world, meet so many people, speak with so many people, make friends everywhere around the world, just because I have tried. And now, look at now this situation. I'm standing here talking in front of you on your language and teaching you how to travel with a motorcycle. What a paradox! If I'm able to do it, you can do it as well. My grandfather was a very clever man. He used to say that if you have eyes, hands, brain and enough time, you will be able to duplicate anything that is man-made. It will take time, but you can do it. If you cannot, it's not because it's impossible, it's because you never spent enough time or you don't have the willpower. And now guys, I do not expect all of you to agree with what I am saying. It will be the other way around. Many will say, what a bullshit, give us some tricks, some example, what exactly to do, how to make it easy. There is no such a way make it easy guys. Without knowing the foundations, the basics, you can't make it. Don't waste your time on people who just telling you, oh, take this, take that and it will work 100%. It's impossible because we are all different and the examples will be always different. So this is my message. Learn the basics, learn the foundations, the rest is just improvisation. That's it guys, no more preaching, no more to say. If you want to learn more about long motorcycle trips, don't forget to subscribe, check the rest of the videos on the channel or buy my books, links in the description down below. At the moment I have a Christmas discount 50% until the end of the year. See you next time, ciao!